TGCRequiem here. We are playing Goryo's as Foretold. We are on the play here. Looks like decent hand. Probably would prefer more than one land, but we have interaction. We're on the play, we get to Faithless Looting, so I think we're good here. Get another land, we can potentially run out as Foretold turn 2. We kind of split the difference here. Pitch an Axe and a Vision. Lantern, Terrarian. Eggs maybe. Well, we definitely would have preferred to draw a land there. We can Izzet Charm with Simian Spirit Guide to try and draw into a land. I think that's what we need to do here. They're a combo deck, but we can get Grizzlebrand and get going faster, so... I think we pitch the Lightning Axe and hold on the Exarch. I'm not saying that they don't have any creatures, but that's not really what they're going to do. Plus, sometimes this sort of deck will win with an Emrakul, and Deceiver Exarch can tap that down, which might buy us some time. I'm gonna go Blood Crypt, Island, just on the off chance that they run like Blood Moon or something like that. Opponent's sitting on 3 land. We could run Krark-Clan Ironworks right now. I don't know if they really want to start trying to combo off here, however. And we definitely want a Faithless Looting here. I think we want to fetch first. Could Faithless Looting off the As Foretold. If we hit a Goryo's Vengeance, we could Deceiver Exarch, untap a land, play another. Either way, I think we're good. Safe to run another land out here. Since our opponent's most likely going to just kill us the turn that they go off, regardless. Don't really have to spend a lot of time concerning ourselves. Their life total. We already have 3 red sources, so we definitely want access to just a upright land, which I think we want the Delta then. I think we pitch the Watery Grave and the Spire Bluff Canal here. game is certainly not going long enough for us to cast Grizzlebrand. We could Faithless Looting here if we hit Kiki-Jiki and a Living End, and that can be just a combo. I don't think we need the extra as Foretold. Fortunately, we can't Goryo's Vengeance right now. Just kind of hope our opponent doesn't go off this turn. Next turn we could Goryo's Vengeance off Grizzlebrand, Scrap Trawler. Whenever Scrap Trawler or another artifact you control is put in the graveyard from the battlefield, your hand artifact card in your graveyard with lesser cost. Alright, so they're gonna return Mox Opal with this. Once they sack probably Chromatic Star or Variant. I don't know the exact sequence that's optimal for this deck, just roughly how it works. It's possible we should have held the Lightning Axe there instead of the Delta. Manu Scrap Trawler was in this deck. I just wasn't thinking of it as a threat. But really it is one of the combo pieces that helps them go. Important to note that it's 2 toughness, so we're probably going to pull Lightning Axes and plan to be able to kill it with Is it Charms post board? I know there's a few different ways that decks like this, these egg decks, or is it ACI? ACI. Krark-Clan Ironwork ACI decks. Combo out. Sometimes they'll run up to they'll do like a lethal grape shot. Sometimes they'll do Emrakul, as we mentioned. Sometimes they will like a red-white or something. I think that people play. Variety of ways that the deck can win. Take this moment to kind of take it all in. Try and see if we can get anything else to help us with games 2 and 3. A lot of artifacts, obviously, we've seen Ancient Stirrings. That's relevant if we wanted to try and do Collective Brutality, which I doubt we're going to do. The other nice thing about this deck is, they're just, all of these artifacts are basically going to draw them a card. Most of them are going to draw them cards, so they're also churning through their deck, not just creating a bunch of mana off the ACI. Whir of Invention, what are we getting here? Scrap Trawler, so this will just kind of speed up the combo. So Whir is another card that we could potentially take. Again, we could kill Scrap Trawler with Collective Brutality, take Whir of Inventions. Explosives for 0. Okay. So I don't know if maybe they were worried they might not combo off and we're trying to set that up for Deceiver Exarch. It's worth noting that Deceiver Exarch, and copies are made Kiki-Jiki, they are 3 CMC. So don't think you're going to get Engineered Explosives to blow up the tokens for 0, because they are made as copies. Only eight sorceries or instants that we've seen so far that we can actually interact with the collective brutality. Might want to bring a couple in, but we likely aren't going to bring them all in. Walking Ballista is another thing that they could have as like a win condition here. Create enough mana, they could throw it at us. Set up another Whir of Invention worth of mana here. Based on the fact that they have the red mana and the blue mana, my assumption is they're either winning through Grape Shot or, I mean, really, I think their primary win is Grape Shot here, but they might have a Walking Ballista. Certainly cast enough spells where they could. Alright, Spellbomb. Okay, are they just going to plan to loop Pyrite Spellbomb? Gosh. This is a legit way to do it as well. The reason they could loop Pyrite Spellbomb is they can take 2 CMC spells like Ichor Willspring that draw them cards. They can continue to sack those, draw cards off the Krark-Clan Ironworks. Sack it to get 2 mana. When they draw the cards, they play those. That allows them to loop the Pyrite Spellbomb back to hand with their Scrap Trawler. Actually, I think we've seen enough here. I'm just going to F6 through, let the opponent finish it out. Again, ideally this channel is mostly about learning, so. I'm going to sip on my tea while you watch them technically complete the loop. Now they may have other win conditions in the deck, and they just might not want to show them. Cycling KCI now to loop the Pyrite. There's almost no way that they don't have us dead here. So it's just a straight race and we lost. Alright, so moving on to the sideboard. We do have a decent amount of artifact hate. Get Chewer's, Abrade, Rakdos Charm. Heal Spellbomb and Rakdos Charm good for eating up the graveyard potentially. I do like Negate and obviously Ceremonious Rejection, so we actually have a fair amount of interaction here. I don't Lightning Axes. Being combo, I'm not sure that Ancestral Vision is something we care about. They're probably going to have a bit of graveyard hate themselves. But we have the artifact hate to hate it. We don't need Teleria West. Do not believe. think we really just kind of need to cut Ancestral Visions here. Again, I wouldn't anticipate the matchup to go long. Not necessarily going to have enough time to do anything with them. And Collective Brutality, it can be an extra kill spell plus disrupt their hand. On that, we're still driving towards our combo to try and race them. Don't think Dispel's worth bringing in for just the War of Inventions. Good with this. I actually played this at my buddy's house. We got together for Magic the other night. I do feel like the deck is maybe a little inconsistent, kind of like what we saw that last game, just not drawing into the pieces you need in time. So I tried to cut a couple cards to run hasty. To try and run a few ops to help, and maybe it would have been better to run Serum Visions, but I wanted to try the instant speed because it gave us more play. Foretold. I actually kind of think we just want to go turn 1, fetch Simeon as Foretold. And Faithless Looting turn 2. I think we keep this. As an artifact deck, they're probably not going to have a lot of enchantment hate. I want to wait till we draw a few more cards to start doing anything. I don't think we're in a huge rush. Faithless Looting is just card disadvantage right now, and I like all the cards we have. Visit Charm and Rakdos Charm. So here I'm good to Faithless Looting. I think we definitely have to loot off the As Foretold here, because otherwise we don't have any way to cast Visit Charm. We can always Rakdos Charm through As Foretold. I would rather kind of hold both these up in case they go for KCI this turn. With the Grizzlebrand, we could also just filter right now to try and hit that third land, which gives us an extra draw step off Faithless Looting the next turn. Actually, do feel like that's kind of worth it here. If they go for a KCI, we can just blow it up with the Rakdos Charm. there's anything we want to blow up here, we can go at the Pentad Prism. The one problem we kind of run into right now is with KCI is if they stick it and go to blow it up, they can just sack any of their artifacts to pay the 2 mana. Oh wait, sorry, I'm thinking of Visit Charm. So we're actually, yeah, we just hold on to this. Ugh. We're kind of all in on our graveyard right now is the problem we have. So if we do pitch the Kiki-Jiki, both Kiki-Jikis to play out the island, I think we actually just go this route. Just gotta hope for a better draw step. They're just churning through their deck right. ACI to get kickstart. So both of these are good. I think Faithless Looting. I think since we're not on land, we pitch the Kiki-Jiki and Faithless Looting, play out the Spell Bomb. Gives us 2 ways to interact with our opponent turn. Or do we just go for the Faithless Looting? We could just win right now. They have 1 mana, 2. No, 1 mana. All that does is filter. I only have 1. I think we're just in a position where if we don't go off on them soon here, we're going to be in trouble. This gives us 2 filters with Faithless Looting. We can't recast Faithless Looting through as Foretold. Alternative. So as soon as they go to start sacking things, we could try and destroy the Krark-Clan Ironwork. Get 2 more draws off the Ichor Wellspring. Looks like they're doing a big whir here. In response to that, we're going to destroy the ACI. Like X3, they're going to get a Scrap Trawler. I have to think they don't have any other KCIs in hand. Living End. Don't think Deceiver Exarch does anything for us here. And we're just gonna bite the bullet, pass another turn. We do have the negate in case they go for a KCI here. Too high of a fail rate. Only really seeing now 2 sideboard cards. You can't even really blame, like, well, we would have drawn Ancestral Vision. Maybe we kept those in. I also can't. I'm going to turn 6 against a combo deck like. They don't really have anything they can sacrifice or out of the graveyard right now. They're gonna get a trigger, but they can't actually get anything out of this. Rat Trawler. We just need to draw a Living End, a Goryo's Vengeance. Goryo's Vengeance is almost a guaranteed win. Well, Goryo's Vengeance, we could draw or get Grizzlebrand back, draw 7, Living End, combo off. And an Is It Charm here buys us 1 more turn against another KCI. Oh wait, no, they have 6 mana now. I thought they had 5. The only thing I can think is maybe the opponent, I mean, they don't have the ability to filter into enough blue mana to actually were for like a Grafdigger's Cage or anything, which technically doesn't do anything against Living End. But the only thing I can think of is whether or not they might have a Surgical Extraction here, and they're trying to decide if they want to use it on the Kiki-Jiki or the Grizzlebrand. I mean, I think to me it's pretty clear the Grizzlebrand is the strongest out for us because it turns on our Goryo's Vengeances. Goryo's Vengeancing a Kiki-Jiki doesn't do anything for us. Okay, Faithless Looting, that's live. So we do have to discard both, which I guess was kind of stupid on my part. I definitely needed a card in hand for that. Faithless Looting to draw me into what I needed. At least the next turn will be able to flash it back and still get some value out of it. Opponent can Cyclochromatic Sphere. Star. Get one more draw here. Don't have any way to sack Sacred Wellspring. So if they are floating any blue mana, they could. Doesn't look like they got anything. Turn. Live another turn. Alright, Goryo's Vengeance. Game on. They can Pyrite Spellbomb us, 2 damage, which puts us down to 1. Don't they have any creatures in the graveyard? We don't need to Ingot Chewer right now. Be able to. I'm doing hard air quotes right now. I'll be able to hard cast Grizzlebrand next turn. This is fine. They're going to kill their Scrap Trawler, recur something, but then we'll just be able to Ingot Chewer it once it returns to the battlefield. And it doesn't really matter anyway, because they're going to die to the Kiki-Jiki combo right now. Yeah, so the opponent just concedes there as they see that we now have the combo. Ooh, that was a bit hairy. I don't think we really do anything different than what we already did. I think the way we have the deck built right now makes sense. May have been a tad aggressive by keeping the turn 1 as Foretold hand. So, I mean, we had a pretty good hand for, you know, there's certainly hands where you turn 2 Faithless Looting, draw the Kiki and Exarch, pitch them, Living End right there, right? So this seems pretty good, like this. Again, 1 land stinks, but on the draw we're alright. We have the ability to pitch Kiki-Jiki on turn 1, potentially Goryo's Vengeance, returning Kiki on end step if we were to draw into the ability to cast Exarch on turn 3. So we have a outside shot at a turn 3 win here. A Skull in turn certainly helps cause. So we could actually Simian Spirit Guide. Yeah, I like pitching the Watery Grave here. So we can Sending Spirit Guide to Faithless Looting again next turn, and still Goryo's Vengeance our opponent, or our Kiki-Jiki on opponent's on step, if we were to draw into the Deceiver Exarch on a land. We also have the ability to hold up Is It Charm next turn through that line. Opponent gets a Spire, they play the Spire. The Kiki. We don't want to blow up the Terrarium. I want to pitch any of these cards. I think we pitched the Is It Charm here. We're in the spot where if we knew we were going to draw a land next turn, we could just go off. We don't know we're going to draw a land. We're probably not going to, so we probably actually want to hold up the Is It Charm. Means I think Ingot Chewer is really what we're going to pitch here. And the reason for that is there's nothing we can blow up for value here. If we blow up the Terrarium, they draw a card. If we try and blow up the Bauble, they just back it, draw a card. ACI we need to protect against, so the Is It Charm seems. Could have had the win there. So we're definitely going for the win this turn if they don't look like they're in a position where they can go off. Actually of a right mind to just let the KCI resolve and then just kill them through it. Yep. Opponent can sack for 2 mana. I suppose if they're running Dismember, that is a potential way to break the combo up. Arian would give them the colorless and then a 4 life. I think we just won here, but waiting. I don't know if the opponent walked away. Yep. All right, so we got the win. Well, that was an interesting match. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you liked it, feel free to like, subscribe, come back for more, and see you soon.